everybody. Okay, so today was a full day. I woke up this morning fairly early and I went to Typhoon Lagoon, which is where I'm working. I'm a deep water lifeguard, if you guys haven't heard that yet. So when we got to Typhoon Lagoon, we went into the backstage area, and they pretty much just sat us down and kind of gave us the history of Typhoon Lagoon, and there was this really cool little poem that was there. A furious storm once roared across the sea, catching ships in its path, helpless to flee. Instead of a certain and watery doom, the wind swept them here to Typhoon Lagoon. That's how they opened us up to the park. They gave us a little bit more history about Typhoon Lagoon and how, once upon a time there was a huge typhoon or hurricane that essentially blew through Florida, and the Imagineers had this great idea to take what used to be a once beautiful, swanky 20s resort and just transform it into what we know now as Typhoon Lagoon. After we were done with all the history of Typhoon Lagoon, they took us backstage to get us acclimated with everything that was around backstage for lifeguards, slide operators, and anybody else who has anything to do with Typhoon Lagoon. And then they actually took us on stage throughout the park to kind of give us a tour of a park before hours. So we went around and just kind of looked at everything. And Typhoon is an amazing water park. We are the #1 water park in the world, so that's pretty cool. And the first thing that really catches your eye when you walk into Typhoon Lagoon is the wave pool. It is huge. It's about 1/3 the size of the entire park. If you're in Las Vegas and you've been to the wave pool at Wet n Wild or Mandalay Bay, it's nothing like that kind of wave pool. This is an actual wave pool. These are massive, what seems like 10-foot waves. So the wave pool is 2.75 million gallons of water, and each wave that comes down is 800,000 gallons of water per wave, and they come, I believe, every 90 seconds. It was 8 massive waves and just huge wave pool. Then we kept walking around and everything, and there is a boat that is on top of a mountain, and it's called Miss Tilly. It shoots off water every 30 minutes, just shoots water from one of the spouts it has. Yeah, I'm gonna for sure take some pictures for you guys in days to come. I couldn't do it today because that would have been unprofessional, since it was my first day there and everything. But it's a really, really cool place. And the break rooms are much, much different than any other kind of lifeguarding job I've had. So one of the break rooms has a pool table and a flat screen TV and a computer for you guys to use on your, breaks. One of the other cool things about Typhoon Lagoon is they do have a shark reef. And that takes about 4 different lifeguards to man, but the lifeguards literally just get to sit in the shark reef, in the water, for the majority of the day. And there's a pretty low chance of guests drowning in there, but it is one of the deepest parts of all of Typhoon because it gets to be about 12 feet deep. But we ask that all guests stay right up on the surface, so they don't disturb any of the wildlife, aquatic life. Then, when we were done learning all about the aquatic life and the pool for scuba diving or snorkeling, we continued up with the tour of Typhoon, and there is a lot more to Typhoon. One of the only other big things I can think of right now that's a cool fact is that Typhoon Lagoon is the only water park to have a water roller coaster, or a water ride that is considered a roller coaster, because it is called Crusher Gusher by Chiquita, and it is a water ride that literally will propel you upwards in some parts, and it's really cool. We didn't get to ride it or anything today. I'm hoping that sometime I'm gonna be able to ride it, probably Monday of next week. Well, I'll go to the park as a guest sometime next week. We finished up with orientation at Typhoon, and one of the things they told us is that all lifeguards will have 30 hours of training this weekend. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 10 hours each day, I will be training. It's basic lifeguard training, so making sure we know how to make saves, and we know how to do CPR, how to use an AED, all of those kind of things. Then I actually start on the job training next week, Tuesday. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. So after we finished up with Typhoon Lagoon, when I say we, I mean several of the people from my class, we all decided to go and get our costumes. And our costumes is really just our work uniform. But since everything with Disney is show oriented, it's called your costume, not your uniform. Just like when you are working, you're not working, you're on stage. Anyways, we went to the place to get our costumes, which is at the Pops Resort, which is a hotel. And it was actually on the verge of being on a downpour. And we were so lucky. Excuse me. Because we ran into a cast member who worked at Pops, named Jackie, who drove us in a golf cart to the costuming place. Because about a minute after we found Jackie, it started pouring rain. We made it to costuming, and we all found our costumes. One thing I will say about Disney costumes is they are really weird sizes. For example, I'm wearing an extra small shirt, and that fits, it's a little big on me. And the swimming shorts I'm wearing, or lifeguarding shorts I'm wearing, they're a medium, and they're big on me. So they didn't have any smalls left when I was there. So yeah, it's a little weird, but I guess we'll get used to it over time. And then on our way back, I made plans with some of my new lifeguarding friends named Dorel and Taylor and Shui. Shui is from China. I'm hoping I'm saying his name right. I'm pretty sure I am. But we're all going to Magic Kingdom tomorrow because all of us have the day off, and it's good to know your coworkers, and what better way to do that than to stand in lines with them all day. So we're going to do that tomorrow, and I think it's going to be a really good time. And as for the rest of my day, I didn't do much. I came home and I went to Chick-fil-A with Isaiah, and Isaiah is currently pretty wired. He had some high C, and apparently that does horrible things to him. He is more hyper than a 12-year-old who drank a Red Bull for the first time. That's why I probably sound a little bit hoarse right now. He's been for the past hour. So yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired. I hope all of you are doing well. I hope you all had great days. And thanks for watching.